GM HODL fam, welcome back to another episode of the HODL. Today, Button and I, we're going to do a video that's a little bit different. Something that we've noticed is that the first use cases of NFTs to really blow up, we had art blow up in end of 2020, early 2021. Then summer of 2021, almost all the attention seemed to have moved toward PFPs and avatar collections. And so more recently, Button and I, we've had some conversations around, what might be the next NFT use cases to get a lot of attention and traction. So today we're going to share with you a few use cases that we think have a lot of potential. So Button, how are you? And talk to us about a use case that you're really passionate about.
Absolutely. GM, my wonderful friends. One thing that I'm very passionate about is sports. And though NBA Top Shot is probably one of the older NFT projects, it has set a standard for all other leagues. And the way that it works is just think about trading cards, like baseball cards, and you buy them in a pack. And then within that pack, you get those cards, trading markets and trade with other people in real life. This is the digital version of it. You buy a pack, you don't know what's going to be inside the pack, but ideally you get something really special, perhaps a LeBron James slam dunk. And then the secondary market demand for that could exceed the price of the initial pack. So this is the beginning of something that's great. And now we're seeing not only the NBA, but we're seeing football, we're seeing FIFA with soccer, and we're also seeing other sports like hockey enter the digital trading collectible aspect. Cucho, tell us about some music.
Yeah, another use case of NFTs that has been getting a little bit more attention is music. One of the most known platforms that allows to mint NFT collections for musicians is called Royal. How it works is that on Royal you can mint specific songs as a musicians or albums, and then the token that the collectors are getting, they actually represent a portion of the streaming royalties of those songs or albums from the main streaming platform. So it's a really cool way that allows fans of musicians to actually invest in that artist, and then as they grow or as their songs get a lot of listens on all of these platforms, this can be a really strong investment. And also it just helps musicians to get a closer connections and build stronger relationships with their collectors. So even beyond streaming royalties, it also allows them to offer additional utility to them, like access, maybe tickets to their concerts or something like that. So I love to see that these music NFTs have been getting a lot more traction. Then the next very interesting use case is actually food and restaurants. So Button, tell us more about that one.
Yeah, this one's like truly, in my opinion, an experiment that's going down in real time. It's called Fly Fish Club. And essentially, what you're doing is you're purchasing a non fungible token. And if you have that non fungible token, it is access to an exclusive restaurant that only allows you to make a reservation if you have one of their NFTs. And so it's amazing concept. It's very exciting that they're starting in New York, multiple restaurants all over the United States, possibly all over the world. But what is interesting to me about it is the fact that you are able to pass your reservation to someone else. Maybe you give it to someone else or you lend it to someone else. And that could be an interesting opportunity for people to make money from lending out their NFT to provide that reservation to another individual. I'm excited to try it out, hopefully in the near future. What other use cases are you excited about, friend?
Yeah, we definitely got to dine at the Fly Fish Club at one point. That sounds awesome. But yeah, the next one I wanted to touch on is media. And one of the most known players in the Web3 media space is Rock Radio. So they are building out their ecosystem. They have a lot of shows already on different channels. They almost at every time of the day, they have like a Twitter Spaces going. They also have people from all across the world that run these Twitter Spaces for them. They're also represented on a lot of other media platforms. But I think what's really innovative about Rug Radio is that their long-term vision is to actually build out a participate to earn mechanism. So they have within their ecosystem, they have their own token, which is called the Rug token. And like I said, the idea is in the long term that people that are consuming their content and also are participating in the content creation that they are doing, that they are actually getting rewarded through that. And this is something that we've never seen with traditional media companies. So I think that in the long term, this definitely could have the potential to cause some disruption in the media space. So I'm very excited about that one. Button, tell us about the next one that you're passionate about.
Yeah, this one is very interesting to me. I think it's absolutely fascinating and it's a lot of fun. It's called FCF, which stands for Fan Controlled Football. And the way that it's set up is if you have one of their NFTs, which looks like a football player with special features and has its own style, you get the opportunity to pick the plays in real time for in real life football team to play on the field as you're watching it live. So Kucha and I had the pleasure of getting the NFT airdrop to us from Steve Aoki, who is one of the owners of one of the FCF teams. And when it's their season, if you log in with your NFT in real time as the game is going on, you are going to vote on which play they're going to use on the field. And if you get the one that is chosen and perhaps the one that even scores a touchdown, you receive extra amount of points, which brings you to a higher tier level. So there's an in real time game that's going on amongst the collectors as well to see who is the best at coaching the football team. It's a lot of fun. I'm very, very grateful to be a part of it. And I think that this is just the beginning of it. They did a great job last year. And I highly recommend, if you get a chance, watch it. If you love sports, play the game. It's like Madden, but in real life. It's one of my favorites. Cucho, this one's another interesting one, and I think it's going to be one for the future. Let's talk about Flips. Let's talk about the Flips finance.
Yeah, and one quick mention is I think that's a theme that we are seeing as we talk about it, is that a lot of these projects allow the collectors to become more participants and to become more actively involved in the platforms and projects that they're building. So I think that's really cool, that people are moving from collectors more to participants and creators themselves and are actively contributing to them. Yeah, so the last one, so this is Flip's Gold Pass. This is an NFT that gives you access to a data platform which is called Flips Finance. And so this gives you a lot of data on different NFT collections. It actually allows you to build your own dashboard where you can compare collections that you either personally invested in or that you're just interested in and want to follow. So there's a lot of customization, and it gives you really cool data to make great investment decisions. And so more broadly, it's a use case that I'm seeing is that NFTs might give you access to specific tools or data platforms, etc., that can be really helpful for you. Yeah, so I think it's something that we're going to see more often, that NFTs represent this access to different tools and platforms. Button, we covered a lot, and I think it's very excited what's to come with NFTs and new use cases that are being developed. So I can't wait like a year or so from now to look back at this video and see how it plays out and which use cases will have gotten a lot more traction until then. Do you have any closing thoughts for the fam?
Absolutely. I think that this video demonstrates how NFTs are so much more than what people like often say as just art or a PFP. You can do so much more with it. It just depends on what industry you want to focus on. And everyone's excited about different things. So my advice would be lean into what excites you, do some research on it, and see what people are doing right now to disrupt or contribute towards that industry to provide more value for all parties, whether it's the fans, the owners of the softwares, the creators of it, the owners of the music, the fans of the music. There's so many great opportunities for you to get involved, and this is a little bit of an intro into it.
I love those closing thoughts. And we actually might do some deep dives on a few of these projects. So please let us know in the comment below which of these projects and use cases are you most excited about. And then we are going to do some deep dive videos on those. So HODL fam, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe, and see you guys next time. Peace out.
Later.